Hello, everybody. I'm Cory Maines, and let's talk. The new NBA Draft Lottery. So, the NBA has decided to change how the NBA Draft Lottery works now. And the only real change, the only change that's really worth mentioning and is going to take center stage here is the changes to the odds that each team has of getting the top overall pick in the draft. Previously, the team with the worst record had the best chances of getting the number one overall pick at 25% chance, a 1 in 4 chance. The second worst team in the league had a 20% chance, and then the team with the third worst record had a little over a 15% chance, 15.6 to be exact. So the only real change that has really occurred that matters, we could say, is that now those three teams, they all have an equal chance of getting the top overall pick. And an interesting thing is that chance is 14%, which, if you recall just a second ago, the third worst team in the league had a 15% chance of getting the number one overall pick just last season. So now all the top seeds have less of a chance than the third worst team did last time, which is kind of interesting. And then the only other real change that I want to mention is that the team with the worst record, the worst they could do previously was they could only have pick 4. That was the worst they could do. And now it's 5. So that's the only other real change. It's not really a big one at all and doesn't really make for anything special, honestly. Now, the reason for the change is in large part, I believe, and I'm pretty sure is pretty much the reason, is tanking. They want to try to deter tanking. The league wants to deter teams just purposely losing so they can get a top pick in the draft or the top pick. This new system deters such because if you tank, you're only going to get 14% chance if you're in the bottom 3. So it's not almost a guarantee. It's not a guarantee anyway, but if you think about it used to be 25% chance. It normally happened. But now it's only 14, so maybe you don't want to tank. Maybe just take your chances now in this new lottery system. Deterring the tanking, yeah, it's a good thing. That's really good. But at the same time, the new system could and can hurt those teams that have a bad record that are just plain bad and teams that didn't tank. Teams that really are in need of a top talent from the draft and need that top pick or a top 3 pick to help turn around the franchise and start getting on the winning path, to not be taking those picks, to have that low pick, or the high pick, rather. And I mean, as we saw in the lottery this May, we saw 2 of the top 3 seeds, they fell out of the top 3. The Cavs and the Suns, they dropped out to 5th and 6th, respectively. The Bulls, who were the 4th, they had the 4th best odds of getting the top pick, they fell all the way to 7th. And then you had the 2 teams, Pelicans, Grizzlies, they moved up to 1 and 2 respectively from 7 and 8 and on the odds list. And then the Lakers, they move up from 11th best odds to all the way to 4th. So the new system, it was effective in a way because none of the top 3 seeds did get the top pick. So I guess it was effective in that sense, but at the same time, those teams are in need of a top player to help not be in this position again. But at the same time, maybe it deters tanking in the future. We'll see. But at the same time, those are the teams that we expect to have that pick, though. So it kind of thwarts our expectations in that sense. This new system of we expect the worst team to get the top pick. Now, some people, they'll say that this new system, that it's, bad, it's not very good, because the teams with the worst records, they're not getting the top pick. But when you think about it, the new system is actually great and provides great change to the lottery. It makes it a lot more fun, in a sense. First of all, it's not like having the best odds before really mattered. It's not like it guaranteed the top pick. Yes, usually the team with the worst record with the best odds, they ended up getting the top pick. But we've seen in the past how a team that had like a 1% chance, they managed to get the top pick, or a team that was outside of the top three, or a team that was third or fourth, whatever, they managed to get the top pick, which did and has led to conspiracy theories on the draft lottery. There's a plenty of those, actually. Think about Patrick Ewing in '85. Think about Derrick Rose is, I think, probably the most current one. Derrick Rose somehow going to Chicago, the hometown kid, even though the Bulls had less than a 1% chance. That type of stuff. Not talking about that though. Secondly, by giving the top seeds that equal chance and leveling out the playing field a little bit, the lottery now becomes more like an actual lottery. It's actually a lottery. It's like, it's luck, it's chance. It's not, you're the worst team, you're probably going to get the first pick. You know, before it felt maybe like a foregone conclusion to some, like, oh, this team was terrible this year, they have the best chance they're going to win the number one pick. So in that sense, that's really good. Now almost anyone could get it. That's the way this new system appears to be, at least as we saw in May, which was the first time this was used, obviously. So it does make the lottery more exciting and more entertaining. It's more watchable, if you ask me. I think it's that excitement of not truly knowing who's going to get the top pick is really good in that sense. It makes me want to actually watch the lottery to see where it all shapes out. A lot of people were angry with how the lottery played out this year. Now, of course, many of those people were Knicks fans who were very upset about not getting the number one pick, despite being the worst team in the league. Now, a lot of the anger around the lottery was about teams not getting that certain pick that they were hoping for, like the Knicks not getting number one, or probably the Suns and the Cavs not getting a top 3 pick, or the Bulls falling all the way down, that type of stuff. I mean, that happens almost every year almost, I think, in a lot of cases. Yeah, some years they play out pretty much the way you'd expect them to based on the odds. But this year's a little different, obviously, with the new system. Now, the reason I believe so many people were angry about how it turned out was, I think, in large part because of Zion Williamson. Because you think about this guy, he's pretty much the guaranteed number one overall pick. He is, really. I mean, it was literally a lottery for this guy, something we haven't seen in a while, having that generational talent, the guy that can absolutely turn around an entire franchise just by being on the team. We haven't had a guy like that in the draft for a little bit now. That was a complete foregone conclusion who's number one. And a person that was so highly touted and everyone really, really wanted. So if it was anybody but Zion, I think that people wouldn't have been as upset. Of course, Knicks fans, they would have been upset because they wouldn't have gotten a number one pick. But at the same time, when you have a guy like Zion out there and you'd miss out on him, of course you're going to be a little upset. And rightfully so, I think. You're going to be a little upset. You're not going to be very happy. So, yeah, if you lose out on a franchise player like that, I think you deserve to be a little upset. But I don't think the system's really to blame for that. I think you're just kind of upset that you missed out. Overall, I think that the new change in the odds of how the draft lottery works and the odds of the top 3 picks and stuff like that, I think it's pretty good. I think deterring tanking is a really good thing. Not going to have teams that are just purposely going to lose halfway through the season. They realize we're terrible. We're just going to lose all the rest of our games, get the top pick, or get the best odds in the lottery, get the top pick, hopefully, and then go on from there. It's not going to happen anymore. At least it hopefully shouldn't. But at the same time, who knows? Also, the lottery now feels like an actual lottery where anyone can really win. So that makes it more exciting. At the same time, the teams may effectively get screwed out of the top pick that they might desperately need in order to turn around their entire franchise, like the Knicks this season, possibly. That's a matter for another thing, actually, the Knicks being upset. I mean, they're still going to get R.J. Barrett with a 3rd pick. So, I mean, it's not Zion, but, I mean, it's pretty close, honestly. Again, that could be a topic for another video, obviously. The new system also, it could lead to more conspiracy theories about how the NBA and the lottery is fixed and rigged, and that the NBA only changed the odds so that it makes it more believable when some team that has like 0% chance somehow wins the lottery. Let's not break out the tinfoil hats now. I mean, that is off the walls. You might see a video on that in the near future. Who knows? Definitely, we haven't seen enough of this new lottery system, though. That's the thing. We haven't seen enough of it. It's only been 1 year, and we had some really crazy results. Can you guarantee that those results are going to be that wild every single season? I don't think you can. And there's no way you can really truly make any true judgments about how this system works and make any sound clarifications on how this is going to work and if it's going to be a problem. We need a few more years or so to really truly do that. We're going to have to give it a few more years. I mean, that's all I can really say about it. We're going to need a few more years before we can really say if it's good or bad, if it's for the better or for the worse. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see others like this one, why not subscribe to this channel? Also, let me know what you think about the new draft lottery system. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you upset by how this current lottery turned out, this past one? Let me know down in the comment section. You can also let me know on social media too. All those links will be available in the description of this video. And otherwise, again, thank you for watching this video. I've been Cory Maines, and I will talk to you later.